and this is Spirit Animal Sunday. These are going to be our tarot messages and spirit animal readings for all 12 of our zodiac signs. We will be going through each one of them and giving you messages, both through an animal tarot deck and through some oracle cards to give you some themes for the next 2 weeks. These readings are meant to go from today, January 2nd, to the 16th. So those are the dates that these will approximately cover. But of course, if you feel drawn to watch these at a different time, it is probably something that you needed to hear or see. So I always say there's no wrong time to watch a reading. Sometimes the energies astrologically may be more pertinent to you, but in general, I would say, you know, guided messages are guided messages, and there's never a wrong time to watch them. So I hope you guys are doing great out there. This is definitely a strong, strong day. It is our new moon in Capricorn that has happened today. Very exciting. There's a lot of Capricorn energy going on. We are certainly in full swing with that Capricorn energy. We have the sun, the moon, Venus. What else do we have? Mercury almost, and Mars almost are in Capricorn as well. The full moon will be happening on the 17th. So this starts that 2-week cycle where we have greater production, greater productivity, greater movement forward, greater momentum always with the new moon. So I would say this next 2 weeks is a great couple weeks to get things done, to work on manifesting and writing down the ideas of what you would like to build and grow. Capricorn is a slow but steady wins the race kind of energy, so don't be surprised if things that you get going during this time, they might take a little bit of time. It might take a little bit of time, but they will be very successful getting there, especially if you are patient, steadfast, and you persevere one day at a time, building towards those bigger goals. That's always the way it works with Capricorn. So very excited for that. Tonight I will be actually adding an extra card to each sign's reading, to give you a little bit of that new moon energy. I got a lot of little dust from my sweetgrass burning over here. So the cards tonight, guys, that I will be using are going to be the Arc Animal Tarot. Absolutely always use this one during my animal readings. We will be using the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. We will be using the Divine Animal Oracle cards by Sean D. Gibson. And for that moon influence, I will be pulling one card for each sign from the Moonology Manifestations Oracle deck. This is different than the regular Moonology. This is an update. All right, guys. Good to see some folks already in the chat. Awesome to see Jacqueline here tonight. Great to see Eric, David, and who else is here? I think those are our 3 for now, but good to see you all. Fabulous. Silver Star, there she is. Good to see you, hon. Let me know what order you would like to go in tonight. We can start with Capricorn if people want to start with Capricorn because that's the season we're in. But we could also start with Aries and go in order from there, first sign. So just let me know. I can do it either way. I'm not picky. Weather has been so weird here, guys. It's been so strange. It's been like a swamp. My chickadee. Funny you would say that, Jacqueline, because the chickadees here at my house have been very active, very busy. The weather is turning cold and colder, and so whenever that happens, the chickadees get real active at my feeders. Okay, Silver Star says go for Capricorn first. Yay! The Aries is letting the Capricorns go first. So David, me and you, we don't have to wait. Oh my goodness. And yes, this is the Capricorn new moon, so it is very exciting. We had a big semi-sad event. It was New Year's Eve. Betty White passed away. She was a Capricorn. Her birthday was January 17th. There's a lot of famous people on January 17th, and she was one of them. She was almost 100, and she slipped out on us on New Year's Eve. So, you know, I might do a astrology profile for her. Yeah, I may do one because she is a really cool lady, just kind of an amazing person. Yeah, a real unique, one of a kind, super tough, super funny, super talented. And yeah, yeah, those cuspy Capricorns, we're interesting. I'm a January 19th, you know, I'm in that cuspy, but yeah, she was pretty amazing. Just really incredible. Yeah, oh, she was so funny. Yeah, very fearless. Head of her time in a lot of respects. She wasn't afraid to handle difficult things. There's a good documentary about her on Netflix that I think is going to be up until January 11th, so definitely go watch that if you haven't. It's only about an hour long, but it really hits a few things about her life, about the things she did. She was just a good person. She really, truly was. You know, she just was one of those salt of the earth kind of people. She loved animals. She was big on animal welfare and, you know, taking good care of animals. This was a big, big passion of hers, which is cool. We're doing Spirit Animal Sunday. You know, it's like she was just all about taking care of animals. That was a big thing for her. And yeah, she was a big champion of civil rights in her own way. You know, she had a African-American guy that was on one of her early shows, and he was a tap dancer, singer, performer, and he was really good. And I can't remember his name, but I could watch that documentary again. It's in there, and people were complaining because she had him on her show because of his race. And her response was to just have him on even more. She was like, oh, you don't like it? Fine. And it just, you know, she was not afraid to push back about, you know, inequality. So no, we need more people like that. And she was able to do so in a way that, you know, it's like she was never mean. That's what's so amazing about that. She's never mean, she's never nasty, she's never harsh, you know, but she definitely stood up for others. Yeah. And herself. I mean, you know, being a woman in show business is always it's always hard, you know, it's never an easy thing to do. But yeah, she was a toughie. Capricorns are tough. We live a long time and we seem kind of eternal, and that's why, like, when we finally die, people are like, what? They were supposed to live forever. Where did they go? But, you know, again, it's sort of one of those things where, you know, we always have to, we know we all have a time that we have to leave this plane of existence. And I gotta say, she had it pretty, she did it right, you know, she got to live her life and do what she loved, and lived a long time, and she just died of old age, you know, she didn't die of some wasting disease or something horrible thing, you know. Yeah. So it's, yeah, definitely. The next, like, great little cuspy Capricorn lady is one that I share a birthday with, is Dolly Parton. I'm born on the same day as her, and so she's like, people were like, now that Betty White's gone, we need to protect Dolly Parton, and I'm like, yeah, she's the next little cuspy goat. Hey Sharon, good to see you. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to just chime a few of my tuning forks tonight. Hey, Krista, good. We got all our goats in here because we're going to start with Capricorn. Yeah, we're going to start with Capricorn. We got the go-ahead from the Aries. Silver stars that start with Capricorn, so we're going to do that. So you're right on time. Right on time. I have all my goat family in here. We'll see what comes through. Yeah, fishy fish. We don't have to wait too long, because Pisces will be the third reading we do tonight. Yeah, well, just give it a couple months, Aries. You're going to be back on the #1 slot pretty darn soon. Peaky dragon goats, yes. That's right. Yesterday was New Year's Day, so I made a really nice dinner for me and my mom, and we did something very funny. My mom, she's 80 years old. She's another ageless Capricorn. Her birthday is on January 7th, so I think we might do a birthday live stream with my mom again. I did it last year. It was really fun. But I don't know how this came up. We were talking about famous Capricorns. We started talking about Jim Carrey, who was a Capricorn. And I started laughing about that crazy movie from the 90s, Dumb and Dumber, which is like one of my favorite, like, silly, crazy, goofy, funny movies. And she was like, oh, I've never seen that. And I'm like, Mom, I think I know what we're doing for New Year's Day. So we cooked dinner and we watched Dumb and Dumber. She never seen it. And she was like, oh my gosh, she's like, these guys, what's wrong with them? I'm like, Mom, that's the whole point. They're stupid. And they, yes, I love it, Jacqueline. You want to hear the most annoying sound in the whole world? Hey, hey there, Sandy, good to see you. Yes, that movie is so darn funny. And so my mom, she was laughing so hard at some of the scenes. It was really funny. And at the end of it, she's like, I just don't even know what to say. She's like, I've never seen anything like that. I wish I could have live streamed it. Her reacting to that movie was just, oh, it was priceless. It was priceless. But she did enjoy it. It was hilarious. I told her, I was like, it's like basically, Mom, it's like grown men acting like 13-year-old boys. I mean, and they just have a lot of dumb luck. They're dumb, but they're smart enough to, they're smart enough to, get into trouble. Classic. Hey there, Sandy. I'm so glad you are here. Now, she's a fellow Aries. Yeah. Well, Aries doesn't have to wait too long for their reading tonight. We're starting with Capricorn, so it'll be Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and so on. So that's the way we're going to do it tonight. All right, let's start. Jacqueline, you're so good. Some show it more than others. That's the only difference. Some of them really wear it on their sleeve. Yes. The whole thing. I told my mom, I said, every scene in this movie is funny and weird and crazy. Like, it doesn't stop. It's just a nonstop scene after scene after scene. It's just, yeah. I said, if you're looking for it to have like a point necessarily or a moral to the story, not really. It's not that kind of movie. It's a little bit like The Big Lebowski that way. It's just, it's just funny and stupid and goofy, and it's just, I said, every once in a while you just need to turn on a movie like that and just laugh and just don't worry about your brain. just let yourself laugh at something silly. Oh my goodness. The part that always got me was the parakeet, because when I saw that movie the first time, I was 18 years old and I had parakeets. And so like when he's like, my parakeet Petey died, and I have a bunny named Petey now, so it's just too much. My parakeet Petey died. Oh, what happened? His head fell off. Well, he was getting really old. His head fell off. Yeah, that like sold me on that movie immediately. I was like, oh no, this is great. This is just too much. Because it was like too close. It was like I had parakeets and I just knew how they looked and how funny that was. And I was just like, that is hysterical. That's hysterical. Yeah. Yeah, when your pets get old, their heads just sometimes fall off. love the logic there. It's like, you know, makes sense. He was old. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Me too, Jacqueline. Me too. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get going so we don't hold people up too long. But oh gosh, that would be a fun one to have a movie night with y'all if we ever get to have a dragon meetup. There's just some classics like that that just, you know, that are just too, yeah. David the Worm Farm. And we were joking about the dog car, the Mutt Cuts car. I actually went as far to look that up on Google as to what happened to the car. And apparently it is in a movie memorabilia museum in a place in Missouri. Yeah, they actually like have it, but they said a lot of people have like, after that movie was made, they made their own cars by covering them with all that carpet to make their own dog car. Too much. I love the soundtrack to that movie too. I love all the songs in it. It's definitely a blast from the 90s. Like if you were a teenager back then, it has that, oh, it hits you with the nostalgia for sure. It does. It definitely does a little bit. It's like, oh man. Simpler times we could laugh about dead parakeets. All right, guys, on that note, Capricorn. Capricorns, you know, have that very sort of like morbid sense of humor a lot of the time. Maybe that's why I find all that stuff hilarious. But Capricorn, Happy New Year, happy birthday. The new moon just started in your sign today, Capricorn, January 2nd. These are going to be your spirit animal messages. We will also be pulling an oracle card for the new moon for you, along with your spirit animal reading. And these readings are for about the next 2 weeks, give or take. These can be, you know, applied to any time you see it, but it's meant to be for the 2nd through the 16th. So let's see what we've got. Dear spirit animals, guardian guides, and friends, welcome, welcome. Please give us a hand, or a paw, or a fin. And let us see what we've got for our fabulous Capricorns as we start our new year. Any messages they need to see for their highest and best good, please. And let's see what their main spirit guardian will be for this next 2 weeks, who they should be working with most. Yeah. Oh, Capricorn. I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you the top and the bottom. Look at this energy. The wasp spirit and the vulture spirit. These are tough. Like, these are toughies. Because this, to me, the wasp spirit, sometimes life stings, and the vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. This feels very much like you are really coming to grips with some of the stings of life, the pains, the wounds, the things that you've endured, the things that you're still healing from. And the vulture spirit I really love, because the vulture to me is all about cleansing, clearing things out, detox. They really are like the garbage men and women of the natural kingdom, because they are carrion eaters. They keep the forest clean. They keep things in order. So to me, you know, and also I would say Capricorn, you're a sign that doesn't waste things. You don't waste time. You don't waste energy. So I feel like you will deal with whatever pain, whatever wounds, whatever difficulties emotionally, physically, spiritually you may be going through. You're going to deal with them very efficiently. You will clean that stuff up. You will look at it. You will deal with it. I think a lot of Capricorns are really becoming very psychologically aware of some of their emotional triggers, some of the things that really punch their buttons, you know, and make them feel either depressed, nervous, anxious, etc. And I feel like you're really seeing that very clearly. And I feel like you're going to really be cleaning up that mess inside yourself, and you're going to feel so much better. This is going to be a really powerful cycle this next 2 weeks. This is tough energy in some ways, but it's very powerful and very healing, very necessary to your personal growth and progress. Wow. Yeah, I'm just feeling it. And a big part of this too, Capricorn, is, you know, the sun, Venus in retrograde in your sign, the moon, all coming together with Pluto. Pluto's very deep, and it goes down deep, and it cleans up, and it heals your inner wounds. Wow. Let's get, and you know, the other thing that I'm looking at too, look at the numbers on this, 64, 63. Look how close the numbers are, right back to back. And this, you know, this deck is shuffled. Like, this deck is shuffled. So the fact that those two came out, it's like they really work in tandem together. Let's get a moon card on this. Just a one oracle card from the Moonology Manifestations. Since this is a new moon that we're doing this reading in, we're just going to add a little bit of that lunar influence to see what you are manifesting through this cycle, Capricorn. Oh, I love it. Look at this, Capricorn. Full moon in Cancer. That is the full moon that's coming up this month on the 17th, after this cycle ends of the new moon. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. I feel like that by the end of this next 2 weeks, so much of this heavy burden, these pains, these wounds, these old things that you've been wanting to clean out of your life are gonna dissolve. The things that you were afraid of, things that used to just terrify you, are gonna be gone, out with the tide. It's, oh, I'm feeling this read. I am feeling this one, guys. Okay, let's get into some tarot here. Let's see what our Spirit Animal Tarot's got for Capricorn tonight. Let's start out with 3, please, guys. Yes, yes, and yes. This is right. Oh, Capricorn, first card out, Sloth Spirit, 4 of Swords, quiet reflection, waiting till the time is right. This is not a time to stress yourself out or to let other people stress you out. This is the time to take a mental break. It doesn't mean you won't be getting things done. I know Capricorns love to be working and productive, but you do need a break. You work very hard, and you don't always give yourself adequate time or rest. So this is important. Meditate. You know, the 4 of Swords also has that very spiritual connotation where, you know, not only are you resting, but you're reflecting. You're doing that inner work. You may seem a little bit more relaxed, you know, as you go through this, but you're actually doing quite a lot of inner work. So Capricorn, any kind of spiritual practice that you're part of or do for yourself, if you haven't been doing it lately, get back into it. Do your chanting, your meditation, prayer, whatever it is, taking walks, breathing in and out, being mindful of that. This is a great thing. Next up, look at this. Jaguar Spirit, Queen of Swords, Libra energy, beautiful. This is, to me, look at that. We said your fears are going to be dissolving. You're going to be kicking out a lot of old baggage, a lot of old energy, bringing things back into balance. You will not be putting up with fools. You will not be putting up with bullies, anybody that's pushing you around, anybody that's bringing unnecessary drama or chaos into your life. You're just going to cut them out. You're not going to take their calls. You're not going to be available for it. It's just like, nope, my peace of mind is more important than that. You're not afraid to go to bat for yourself. That's, ugh, look at that. Yeah, quick wit, facing down demons, and profound transformation. So Capricorn, you're shifting a lot of garbage out of your life, a lot of old behaviors from yourself and from what you've accepted from others in the past is going bye-bye. And look at what we have in the 3rd card, Gorilla Spirit, 7 of Wands. This is courage, standing up for yourself, being willing to be strong, not putting up with anybody's bad behavior. And I would say also just, you know, and I think you will be because of these 2 cards with it, but I think you're going to be very astute about what battles you fight or face. I think that that's always important with the Seven of Wands, because you may really feel like you do have the higher ground. You do have the higher ground. And I will say, Capricorn, you tend to be a very wise sign that thinks deeply about things. So it's usually true. It's usually true that you have more understanding of something. You've looked at all the aspects. You are well advised to yourself. So if somebody tries to tell you don't know what you're talking about, you know it's just not true. But the difference is, you know, Capricorn, I feel like, you know, if it's worth it for you to stand up for yourself and you feel like you really need to do it, do it. But with the Seven of Wands, I would also say, be aware that you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to fight every freaking battle. You don't have to waste your energy. That's part of honoring your peace of mind, honoring your balance, honoring your serenity, is not allowing others to draw you into an argument that you really don't need to have. On the bottom, we've got our little firefly spirit, the Six of Wands. So I like that we have 6 and 7 of Wands together. This to me is that success, recognized victory, personal achievement, and growth. So I feel like you're going to come out of all of this very powerfully. This is a super positive next couple weeks cycle. I feel super excited about it, not just for y'all, but for myself too, because I'm a Capricorn. This feels so in line, oh my goodness, with what I'm going through right now too. And I think that y'all will feel it as well. But a lot of those old fears, a lot of those old triggers are just dissolving away. You're learning a new way of being. You're respecting yourself a whole lot more, Capricorn. Because I'll say Capricorns are a sign that almost always tend to give more than we get. And it's not fair. It's not fair. And you may be reclaiming some of that power and saying, you know what? I'm not willing to wear myself out for you anymore. You got to wear yourself out a little bit too. You know, there's got to be some reciprocity, some equal give and take. But a lot of those triggers, a lot of those buttons that get pushed for you, it's like people might try to push them and it's just not working anymore. So it's a really powerful thing that's coming around. Let's get an affirmation on this, please, for our Capricorns. Look at that. Yeah. Hoot hoot. The owl spirit, Capricorn, calm, observant, and wise. I absolutely feel this. Again, you know, it's like you're going to be observing. You're going to be just, you know, just watching, just seeing the way people behave. Take it in. Take it in. You are being guided to find the serenity and stillness. Yes, you are. Hear your thoughts and acknowledge your feelings. The answer to any question is inside you. You are the magic key that unlocks the doors to unconditional love, balance, and abundance in your life. This is amazing. Love this reading, guys. Capricorn, starting out the new year with a big positive push forward. A lot of the old garbage is going away, y'all. It's going away. Yeah, next card out would have been the Lover's card. It's, yeah. A lot of shift in your relationships. A lot of shift in your relationships, Capricorn. You most of the time, you definitely deserve better, and I think you're going to be asking for it. Yep. All right, Aquarius. Here we go. Hope you guys are doing great. Happy New Year. Happy early birthday to my January Aquarians who will be celebrating a birthday later in the month. This is going to be your spirit animal messages and guidance for the next 2 weeks from January 2nd to the 16th. Keep in mind, of course, these are general readings, will not apply to every single one of you. Take what makes sense, leave the rest. We are starting today with a new moon in Capricorn, so I will be pulling one extra card from my Moonology deck to give you a little bit of an idea of what this particular new moon in Capricorn is birthing for you. So let's go ahead and jump in. Dear animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have, please, for our beautiful Aquarians out there. Anything that they need to know for their highest and best good. And let's start out with one main spirit animal, guardian. That will be helping them out the most this next couple weeks. Oh, yes. Time for the deep dive, Aquarius, with the Swan Spirit. It's definitely time to connect with your soul. Definitely time to connect with your inner intuition, your guidance, and that feeling of knowing yourself, right? This is also, I love the swan. The swan spirit is a big one for me. That's actually the one tattoo that I have is a swan. I am a harp player, musician, and the swan is very connected to the harp and to music, to beauty, the soul, right? Sentimentality, nostalgia is part of this. So you may be having a lot of, memories, nostalgic thoughts about something or someone. But it's beautiful energy, and it really does require, going deeper within, getting in touch with your emotional center. Yeah, let's get into your tarot for the, oh, sorry, not the tarot yet. Let's pull your moon card. Let's pull that lunar card for you for the new moon today. And the new moon cycles last 2 weeks. Okay, last 2 weeks. So let's see what Aquarius has coming up for them. Please. Oh, goodness. They're really wanting to flip. Just one, please, guys. I can't read all that many. Oh my goodness. You're pulling the straight up energy of the new moon in Capricorn. You got the new moon in Capricorn card. Step up and lead. So Aquarius, it really is time to take accountability, responsibility. I know it's a Capricorn word. It's really time to step up and be the leader in your life. Don't wait for other people to lead. Don't wait for other people to do everything. It's like, do what you can. Take accountability for your own work, your own actions, your own state of mind. This is really, and you may be working on something new when it comes to business, when it comes to laying financial foundations. Very, very nice. Yeah. But I feel like that's really empowering you a lot to pull that card on the new moon, in the new moon in Capricorn. That's really powerful. So let's get into your tarot, Aquarius. Let's see what we have. Let's get 3 to start. That could also be, that combination of the swan with the new moon in Capricorn. That can also be really saying to work on your emotional connections. Work on, connecting with the inner workings of the soul. If you have people in your life that you feel soul connected to, it's really time to work on that. Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a time of balance. It's a time of getting your crap together kind of feeling. Starting out with one of your power cards, which is the Fool card, the Puffin card. It is a power card for Aquarius because it is ruled by your ruling planet Uranus. Actually, Uranus gets moving direct this month on the 18th. Tuesday the 18th, Aquarius, is when your ruling planet comes out of a 5-month retrograde. So if things have been kind of slow, kind of pokey, kind of just, that will get things moving for you again. And the Fool card to me is always about having faith in the divine, having faith in the process of your life. If you've been really worried, really anxious about the way things will unfold, or worried about, making choices or doing things, this is telling you don't. This is about trust. This is about taking those leaps of faith and trusting in the divine, that things are all going to work out in their proper timing. Right in the center, we have the Hyena Spirit, the 10 of Swords. This is a powerful card, 10 of Swords, because this is the end of a difficult cycle. It's usually the end of a difficult mental cycle, because the swords rule the mental body. They rule the air energy, the intellectual energy. And so when I see this, I feel like this next 2 weeks, it's like there's really going to be this culmination where a lot of anxieties, a lot of fears, doubts, worries, they have to come to an end, right? Because it's either just too heavy on your mind, too heavy on your relationships, too heavy on your life. And so this is coming to the end, right? This is coming to an end of a difficult cycle. Coming into our last card, the third, is going to be the Chimpanzee Spirit, the Two of Pentacles. This is a Capricorn ruled card, and we are in Capricorn season very strongly right now. And so to me, this is all about bringing your life into greater balance. This is definitely about that kind of harmony. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it coming. Hold on one second. I thought I was going to. Nope, maybe not. We'll see if it comes back. Two of Pentacles. So yes, this to me is about bringing especially a work-life balance. Like if all you do is feel heavy and worried and stressed, this is reminding you, you need to lighten up. You need to have a little more fun. You need to bring a little more joy back into your everyday existence. It's very important. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Mouse Spirit, the Three of Pentacles. Whenever I get a Three of Pentacles, it's also saying, Aquarius, do not try to go it alone when it comes to getting projects done or, working towards certain goals, because this is a community effort. This is people coming together. To collaborate and create something. This is also telling you the next couple weeks are an important time to attend to the small things. That's why we have our little mouse. Make sure all the details are good. Do your research, because this is going to build up to something good over time. I had that thought in my mind today, good things come to those who wait. And it definitely is true of Capricorn energy. And it doesn't mean you're just sitting around waiting, doing nothing. It's good things coming as a result of patience, perseverance, working one day at a time to get to where you want to be. And then it all, just one day, magically comes together because you were working at it, as much as you could along the steps. It's beautiful. So let's get into an affirmation for our Aquarius folks out there. Nice. I like it. The zebra card. Balance, individuality, and beauty. And individuality is a big part of the Aquarius experience. You're being guided to no longer run with the herd and find a new vantage point. Be your authentic self. Acknowledge your own soul. Show the world your magnificence. Boldly move towards your heart's desires with speed, grace, and integrity. Yeah. I like the balance of this reading, because to me, Aquarius energy, it's interesting, is very much about being the individual and the unique self, but it's also about the mass consciousness. So we have that part of this reading that's very much about, really being true to yourself, cultivating your best self, and we also have the message of integrating with the whole as well. So it's a beautiful balance. It's a couple weeks of balancing your energies here and coming to an end of some tough intellectual cycles too. Very nice reading. Hey Anna, I hope you're doing good. How are you feeling tonight? Yeah, Silver Star. I just try to avoid people. Like, I'm just like a hermit. I just try to hermit. Go out as little as possible. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's a lot of people are feeling it. It's heavy energy. Capricorn energy is heavy. It's not bad, but it's heavy, right? All right, Pisces. Let's go ahead and get into your session. This is going to be your spirit animal messages coming through for the next 2 weeks, from January 2nd to the 16th, 2022. Happy New Year to you guys. happy Jupiter moving into your sign as well, Pisces. I'm so glad to see that happening. There's a lot of movement for my Pisces folks over this next 2 weeks, and so we're really getting into that. The other thing that I'll point out, Pisces, is that today is the new moon in Capricorn. And so I'm gonna pull an extra card from my Moonology Manifestations deck to get a little message on that for you today as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have, please, for our beautiful Pisces. Anything that they need to see and hear most for their highest good as we embark upon this new moon energy. Let's see what we got for Pisces, please. I like this card a lot. The Crow Spirit, one of my favorite guys. Co-create with Spirit. So Pisces, this is very strong energy. The Crow is, really connected to magic. It's connected to manifestation. The Arc deck that I use, the Animal Tarot, they use the Crow for the Magician card. And so, to me, this is all about really walking your talk, practicing your magic in life, using whatever magic that you have to manifest a better, future, better present. And it is also a co-creation with spirit, because the crow speaks to the balance between spiritual law and physical laws, right? So this is really about kind of strutting your stuff a little bit this next couple weeks. Let's get into our Moonology deck. I'm going to pull you one card for the moon energy. Let's see what you may be manifesting over this next 2 weeks, Pisces, as we are moving into this new moon in Capricorn today. Oh my goodness. This seems to be a theme. Capricorn had this card as well. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. So Pisces, just like I said for Capricorn, this is going to be a powerful month for you, because our full moon coming up on the 17th of January is the full moon in Cancer. I feel like the synchronicity of this just ties in absolutely beautifully. Cancer is also a fellow water sign, so it's really in tune with your personal energy. And I would say that this next 2 weeks may bring a lot of fears, a lot of stress up to the surface to be dealt with. But once we hit that full moon, it's like all of it just kind of dissipates. It really does. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the intensity. A lot of us are feeling it right now. Let's get into our Animal Tarot. Let's see what we have, please, Spirit, for Pisces. So Pisces, I'm going to tell you, you and Capricorn have a few little things in common here. You do. You have a few cards in common. You got that full moon in Cancer card. You're also getting the Gorilla Spirit coming through. That's your first card. This was the third card for Capricorn. 7 of Wands. So again, courage, standing up for yourself. Be careful of the fights or the arguments you engage in. You don't have to fight every battle that you're invited to, right? But this is just saying, if you need to stand up for yourself, do it. If you feel like you don't really want to, or you can do without that interaction, walk away from it. Don't be afraid to do it. But this really kind of tells you, you feel like you have the higher ground in most situations coming up over this next 2 weeks. I would also say, look at this. See, Capricorn had this card too, the Sloth card, 4 of Swords. You've got to rest, Pisces. This next 2 weeks, you're going to be doing a lot. It's going to be busy, so you need to take time out to rest, reflect, recharge those spiritual and emotional batteries. It's very, very important. You also have the Scorpion card, the 9 of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of commonality between the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Both of them are all about courage, standing up for yourself, standing up for what you've created, what you believe in, and being very strong. Both of them also can carry the energy of being a little bit fatigued, especially the Nine of Wands, where it's like, I've been fighting. And you've been very much on the defensive a lot here, Pisces. I feel like you're still willing to fight. You're still got enough energy to keep doing it. But as much as you can relax, as much as you can kind of break away from that, the better. But you do have a lot of resolve, a lot of resilience, and a lot of courage this week, this next couple weeks here, Pisces. You're very strong. You're very strong in a way that you haven't been in a while. I will say, I've seen this in my Pisces, folks. You guys are getting stronger and stronger. And this Jupiter in Pisces this year is very good luck for you guys. It really expands you outward, takes you to the next level. On the bottom of the deck was the Condor Spirit, our King of Swords. Also one tough customer. It's like, you don't mess with King of Swords. Aquarius energy, truth, final authority, brilliant mind, the master strategist, right? So this is also about you being very clear, not getting too sucked into emotional dramas, or, you know, those kind of embroilments. It's like you're really rising above that and being very clear, very practical, very helpful, very altruistic. It's like you're not, again, you're not devolving into nastiness or any kind of, you know, that kind of mean energy. It's just very much like you're looking at things with a very cool-headed approach. Let's get an affirmation on this for Pisces. This is a great read. Yes, we got our cougar, our wildcat coming in here at the end of this reading. Assertive, wise, and decisive. That's what it is. This is what absolutely wraps this up. You're being guided to be attentive towards the universal nudges in your life. Make your decisions, take your risks, and step outside the comfort zone. If you change your approach, you change your direction. Each inspired action taken will deliver you to your heart's desires. So yeah, assertive, decisive, and wise. I like that. That is exactly what I feel for you, Pisces. You're very much stepping up. And a lot of the things, the same thing for Capricorn, a lot of the things that used to make you afraid, they're dissolving over this next 2 weeks as we build up to the full moon in Cancer. And that will be, again, on January the 17th will be our full moon in Cancer. Someone requested a little bit of the tuning fork, so I'm going to ring that. It's always good to clear the space intermittently through the reads. Good to see you, Raven. I hope you feel better soon. So many people have been sick. So many people have been getting stuff. Just take good care of yourself as much as possible. Absolutely. All right, Aries. The patient Aries, they waited. They've been waiting. All right, Aries, this is going to be your spirit animal messages for this next 2 weeks. It is also, we're also going to throw a little card in there for the new moon message, because we are doing this reading on the day of the new moon in Capricorn. So the next 2 weeks, you know, from now are going to be a good cycle of progress, momentum, building things up, getting some positive work done. So Aries, let's see what we have got for you. Dear animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what's going on with our fabulous Aries folks. I'm excited for you, Aries. You know, Mars, your ruling planet, is in Sagittarius right now, which is a good placement for you. And then it's going to move to Capricorn at the end of the month, which is also good. So I feel like my little Rams are getting a lot of stuff done out there. I do. I feel like the momentum for that is very much on your side. Yes, look at that. Aries, your primary animal guardian spirit of this next 2 weeks is the rhinoceros, coming through with overcome any obstacle. So very, very strong, determined, tough, resilient, keep on going, get there. You're going to overcome those obstacles. You're going to break through those barriers. I also love what's on the bottom of the deck for you is the peacock spirit, which let it shine. So you're also really putting your heart, your best out there on display, not afraid to show off a little bit, not afraid to let people see you shine and sparkle. It's always a nice energy. So next, let's get you one card from the Moonology deck. Gonna get an idea of what this new moon is manifesting for you over this next 2 weeks. Just gonna throw this in here for you. Let's see what we have for Aries. Nice. Look at that. We pulled an Aries card for the Rams. Isn't that awesome? First quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. Ah, Aries. See, I knew it. Like, you guys are moving on up. You really are. It's time to really embrace who you are. Anything that has been standing in your way in the past is either going to fall away, be removed, or you're just going to barrel right through it. One or the other. But I like this first quarter moon because this really is like this coming week. You know, this next week is like that first quarter of it building from the new moon to the, you know, for the first quarter of it. Very nice. Very, very nice, guys. So let's get into your tarot, Aries. Let's see what we have got. You might also, you know, the feeling I got too with that is you might be reclaiming some of your power. Just saying, you know, if you had felt a loss of power or you had felt a loss of something, you know, whatever your gumption or your oomph was, it's like you're getting that back. So Aries, the first card from the tarot we've got is the White Buffalo Spirit, the Ace of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card of blessing, abundance, Spirit granting you, you know, material gifts or resources that you've really needed. Sometimes lost opportunities being reclaimed, right? If you feel like you missed something in the past, it's like here it comes again to give you something more that you can jump in on. Right in the center, we have the Rabbit Spirit. It looks just like my little Petey bunny. Absolutely adorable. Reaping what is sown, constancy and perspective. The Seven of Pentacles is all about building that garden, you know, building that foundation, planting the seeds, patiently, you know, cultivating your work. Patience is important here. Very nice earthy energy, which is good because we're in Capricorn season. And I really feel, you know, that's what's coming more and more for you, Aries, is this sense of like, just keep going. Don't give up, persevere, weed the garden, do the maintenance. It'll all pay off in the end. Some of y'all might be really working on a home or a foundation or a structure for a home or changing something up in the home. We have our hummingbird spirit coming out, the Four of Wands, which is about happy homecomings, a great feeling within the home. Four of Wands can also many times be those soulmate or spiritual connections in love or in friendship. So very positive cards. All of these feel phenomenal to me. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Wolf Spirit, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, again, is a slow but steady wins the race energy. You have a lot of that in this next 2 weeks. So I do feel like just take it one day at a time. Make sure to look at the details. Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo ruled card. So it really is about, you know, looking at all the details, putting it into action. So by the time, you know, you get everything together, get those plans made, it's time to get moving. It's time to get moving. So yeah, very nice read. Let's get an affirmation on this, please, for our Aries. Yeah, I like this one too. Affirmation is the bee spirit. Creativity, cooperation, productivity. The bee is always about a community coming together, groups coming together to support each other's work. You're being guided to change something in your life, become inspired, follow your heart, and creatively build your future with today's decisions. You have no limitations and there are no boundaries to your capabilities. Any assistance you need will always be found. That's beautiful. It speaks to that same energy of, you know, breaking through those barriers or obstacles. I think like you're coming back to yourself this next 2 weeks, especially with this card. That one, the Take Your Power Back. Yeah, the Aries card itself for you. You'll be reclaiming a lot of what you lost. This is the week where that starts. Yeah, I can understand that, Raven. I try to get through winter the best I can, but it's not the most fun time of year ever. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful, good read for Aries. I really like it. Yeah. All right, Taurus, we are up to you next. I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your spirit animal messages and readings for the next 2 weeks. So approximately January 2nd through the 16th is when we are applying these readings. Today is also the new moon in Capricorn, so I will be pulling an extra lunar card to give you a little bit of an idea of what that will be manifesting for you over the next couple weeks. Dear spirit guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Taurus folks. Anything that they need to see for their highest and best. And please, let's start with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping them out the most. Yeah, nice. This is a nice energy to me for Taurus, the buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. That one feels so good, so grounded, so steadfast. We are in a ton of Capricorn energy right now, including that new moon. So Taurus, this is a good energy for you. It is a fellow earth sign, and it really does bring a lot of positivity to you, a lot of good flow. Things just seem to move a little easier. Even though Venus is in retrograde, even though that's going on, you still are operating very powerfully here. I feel like any, you know, concerns, questions, issues about resources, finances, you know, material prosperity, that's going to be, it's going to be okay. Like it's going to work out. Anything that's really stressing you out or on your mind right now, you know, just remind yourself that, you know, things are going to come through. The resources will be there. What you need will appear, and you will have enough. Oh my goodness. On the bottom, look at that. The white raven spirit for you, Taurus, was trust in the magic. Just trust. That's very, very much a trust energy there. Let's get into a Moonology card for you. Let's see what this new moon in Capricorn is manifesting for Taurus, please. Nice. Oh, this is good. Okay. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Yes. Reflect on your priorities. So this may be a time of simplification, because when it's that last quarter moon, that's when you're kind of releasing things. That's when you're kind of saying, okay, this can stay, this needs to go. Aquarius energy is very liberating, but for Taurus, it can be a little tough because these are both fixed signs. So it might be kind of a challenge. It might be kind of a big adjustment that you've got to make, but there are some things that just have to be let go of. You can't do every single thing, Taurus, and that's okay. It's okay to kind of release some of this out to the universe. Prioritize what it is that matters the most to you, and focus in on that, right? Focus in on those things. Don't try to take on everything at once. Let's see what we have got for you in your tarot Let's see what we have, please, for Taurus. Yeah. All right, Taurus. This could be letting go of the Seven of Swords here. The Weasel Spirit. So to me, yeah, secrecy and masks. That's the biggest thing that this card deals with. And so if you haven't been completely upfront with someone, or they haven't been completely upfront with you, it is really time to cultivate more transparency and more vulnerability. That's really too what it's about. If you have not been super vulnerable, or if you haven't been dealing with people who are willing to be vulnerable with you, that's what's coming through here. This is time to reveal some truths, because this card can many times be people that hide things from you, or you hiding something from them, or even from yourself, right? I always say when that card comes up, make sure that that's not you doing that, right? Because this could be someone else, but it could be us ourselves when we don't want to, like, just, you know, look at something really clear and really, you know, without any veils, without any masks over it. So the bear spirit right in the center for you, Taurus, that is our Queen of Pentacles. Very strong Capricorn Taurus energy for her. I love this card. To me, this is really you coming back to center. This is part of that prioritization, because she is someone that makes good choices with her resources. She's very wise, she's cautious, she's careful about how she spends, where she saves, how she works, what she does for work. It's the Earth Mother, it's protection, it's that noble soul. So it's a very, very positive card. I do think you're working through some old disappointments as well, and this could be also part of what you are letting go or releasing. The Manatee Spirit, the Five of Cups, it really is time to let go of anything that's been disappointing, anything that's been kind of a loss. It's time to release that, because not all is lost with that card. You know, in the traditional tarot, with the Five of Cups, we have the Three of Cups knocked over, the two still standing. And it's a reminder that, you know, not all is lost. There's still a lot of good in your life. There are better times ahead. Go ahead and grieve or cry it out, but look ahead to the good times, because they will be there. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the Camel Spirit, the Page of Pentacles. That is a beautiful energy. It is a card to me of new beginnings. It can be new travel, it could be new study, new avenues and career opening up. And it's sort of this feeling like, I want to invest my time and energy in something, and I'm just trying to make a choice on what's the best way to go about it. It could deal with love for you, because the next card under that was the Lover's card. Could deal a little bit with love. I get a sense for you, Taurus, right now. There is definitely a balancing and a detoxing around both finances and relationship. For some of you, it may be more one than the other. But that's what's really feeling this next 2 weeks. It's time to really clear the air, release what needs to be released, so that you can be more efficient, so you can be more productive and get what you want back into your life. Let's get an affirmation on this, please, for Taurus. That bear spirit coming through twice on this for you. A little bit of hibernation, a little bit of mama bear spirit coming through here for you, Taurus. I'm just putting that out there for you. Unconditional love, playful, protective. You are being guided to rest and enjoy yourself and others. Create balance in your life and follow your truth. You will intuitively know when and how to take action. You have immense inner wisdom and physical strength. That is very true for Taurus. Taurians definitely tend to have a very strong constitution. I envy that about you guys a little bit, to be honest. I love that how Taurus has that just freaking toughness. They do. They're strong people. The bear and the bull, you know, they have a lot in common, because they do have that kind of indomitable, strong spirit. All right, guys. I'm gonna spray a little bit of holy water here. Just clear space. Yeah, yeah. Taurus rising for sure. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel that. I feel it during this time of year. You know, my Capricorn stuff is in my 12th house in my chart. So when it's Capricorn season, I get into Pisces mode. I just want to sleep and relax, create, and dream a little bit, and cry if I need to, because it's very emotional. It makes you very emotional. I always say my birthdays are they're kind of heavy, you know? Because whenever the sun is transiting through your 12th house in your chart, your personal chart, you're releasing a lot. You're, you know, kind of going through the cycles, right? You're releasing the junk from the previous year. So once that's done, it's like the week after my birthday, it's like, whoo, I feel so much better. Because then the sun moves into my first house. Raven, the order that we're going in, it's so Gemini is up next. So it'll be Gemini, Cancer, Leo. So yeah, that's the order it will be. So not too much longer now. All right, Gemini, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm still working on January's monthlies, guys. I've got to tell you that my health has not been great. The past week has been very, very rough. I am feeling better, but it's been tough. It's been very tough. So I haven't gotten all those done yet, but I will be. And the last one that I posted was Gemini. And Gemini, what a crash boom bang reading you had for January. Literally, when I was doing the Gemini reading for January's monthlies, it literally started storming. Lightning was flashing in the video. You can hear the thunder at the end of it. It's crazy. So if you haven't watched your reading for the month of January, definitely check it out. It's quite something. It's quite something. So Gemini, these are going to be your spirit animal readings and messages for the next 2 weeks from the 2nd to the 16th. I'm also going to pull a card from the Moonology deck because today is the new moon in Capricorn. So this is starting a 2-week cycle of greater energy. So let's see what we have got for Gemini, your animal guardians, guides, and friends. Let's see what we have for their best and highest good. Thank you so much. Love it. Yes. Oh, Gemini, you needed this one in your read after that very intense monthly. My goodness, the hummingbird spirit is with you the next 2 weeks. This is a beautiful, lighthearted energy of joy, happiness, love, romance, greater color, and presence. The message on this one is be here now. So stay in the moment, stay, you know, one day at a time. Don't worry too much outside of the daily routine. On the bottom of the deck, we had the deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch, right? Be gentle with yourself. Don't be hard with yourself. Don't let others be rough with you. Take good care of yourself. To me, that just, it feels like, oh, lighten the energy enough. Lighten the energy up a little bit. Let's get a Moonology card for you. Let's see what you are manifesting over this next 2 weeks. Let's see what's coming in. Look at that. Yes. All right. So we've got the first quarter moon in Leo card, and that is the message of be humble. So yeah, just stay grounded. Don't try to do too much. Keep the ego, keep the pride in check, right? Balance it instead with healthy self-esteem and positivity instead of ego or arrogance. But stay very connected to the earth this next couple of weeks, Gemini. Don't try to do too much. Don't fly all over the place. Just, you know, stay here, be here now. Let's get into your animal tarot messages. Please, let's see what we have for Gemini. Powerful week. Very strong. This next couple weeks is really strong, Gemini. Starting out with the alligator spirit, the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is all about emotional communication and conversations. Yeah, it can be apologies. You may need to apologize to someone. They may need to apologize to you. You may really need to have that heart to heart, but these are definitely like romantic messages, emotional, intuitive messages, psychic messages coming through. The next card up, one of your power cards, is the Watson Spirit, the Lovers card. The Lovers is the Gemini card in the tarot, so it definitely empowers you, it emboldens you, it brings you back into balance and into your personal power. Yet again, I would say this is huge about communication, especially in love. Any of my Geminis that are in a love relationship, this next couple weeks is very important. What you say matters. The way that you communicate matters. And, you know, it needs to be loving. It needs to be gentle. It needs to be intuitive. It needs to be kind, right? You had that message, bring a gentle touch. You got to be gentle with yourself and with others, right? That's very, very powerful there. Also, look at this. We have the other power card for Gemini coming up here, the Raven card, the Magician. It's a Mercury ruled card. That's why it's one of your power cards. So what I see with this is that you're really bringing through all of this communication, especially when it comes to love or friendships. And it's really to manifest a new beginning. If you feel like you've gotten off on the wrong foot with someone, or if you feel like, you know, you really want to start things in a good way with someone new, this is coming in very powerfully, because the Magician puts everything on the table, all their gifts, all their abilities, their talents, the best of themselves, to create a new reality. And it really does come through the mind, through the communication, through what you say. Yeah. And then, of course, how you follow up on what you say. That, to me, is, you know, the other part of this. On the bottom, beautiful energy. We got the Cat Spirit, Page of Swords. This is also a Gemini card. You've got a lot of your own power coming into this reading this next couple weeks, Gemini. So I really do feel like you're coming into a good place. You really are. But I would say with this Page of Swords, let's see, we're going to get rid of this guy. Yeah, no more of that. No more of that. Sorry, guys, we had a troll in the live stream. So to me, this is making sure that you don't let your communication devolve into just idle gossip, negativity, or just stirring up trouble. That's what this is about warning against, right? Really being aware of the way you communicate, not bringing ego into the situation, instead bringing a lot of love. This is a very romantic reading, you know, with the Lover's card and the Hummingbird Spirit. This is very much about connecting with the heart. Communication is extremely important this next few weeks, Gemini. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So let's see what we have got here for an affirmation for you, please. Yes, we have our Polar Bear Spirit here. Brave, resourceful, and enduring. Yeah, tap into your own personal strength here. You are being guided to ignite your spark for life and triumphantly move towards your heart's desires. You possess the emotional and physical strength to navigate any landscape with grace and conviction. That's what it's about, you know? You really do have quite a lot of personal power this next couple weeks to improve a relationship or not. Yeah, I've gotten pretty quick on just hitting it. If I see somebody that looks funny or off, I just remove them straight up. Yeah. All right. Up next is Cancer. Cancer, I hope you guys are doing great out there. Happy New Year to you. This is going to be your animal spirit messages and tarot for the next 2 weeks from January 2nd through the 16th. This is the day of the new moon. The 2nd is bringing our new moon into Capricorn. So I'm also going to pull a special card in this reading, what's manifesting into your life with this new moon energy. So let's see what we have for you. Dear animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Cancers out there. Let's see what messages they most need to hear. Ooh, very nice. I like that. So on your main spirit animal that's helping to guide you this next couple of weeks, we have the stag spirit. Take the lead. So Cancer, this to me is an energy of be bold, be brave, take the first step. Don't be afraid to you know, make the first move or step up to whatever it is that's inviting you to go the next level. The stag spirit is one of the oldest in the Celtic tradition as well. You know, that is like this gateway that you move through. It's a very, very powerful being indeed. So I really do love that, especially as a card that's coming into the new year. Let's get into next your Moonology card. Like I said, today is the new moon in Capricorn. And so this is going to be moving through that cycle for the next 2 weeks up to the full moon in your own sign. That Cancer moon will be with us on the 17th. So let's see what Cancer is manifesting. Let's see what they are bringing in with this new moon in Capricorn. We actually get 2 new moons. We get 2 new moons this month. That's very exciting. We get a new moon at the very end of the month too. So we get 2 new moons in the month of January. So your manifestation is a Pisces energy. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. So Cancer, I would also say, I would say even more, worry less. Right? Don't get up in your head. Don't get up in your worries, fears, doubts, all that, you know, mental energy. Because sometimes when we talk too much or think too much, we forget to just feel things out with our intuition or our emotions. So this is reminding you to get very in touch with the intuition that you have very strongly with you. Very nice energy coming through, actually. I love the Pisces. Pisces power is big right now. Jupiter just went into Pisces for the year. And it connects so nicely with Cancer because Cancer is a water sign as well. So let's get into your tarot for the next 2 weeks. Let's see what we have for Cancer, please, Spirit. The Capricorn energy definitely coming out here. Oh my goodness. Yes. First card out for you, Cancer, is the Shark. It's the Devil card. Capricorn energy. Living in darkness, freedom from bondage, spiritual awakening. So Cancer, to me, this is absolutely freedom from old habits, negative thoughts, anything that has kept you feeling stuck or stagnant, right? Because it is Capricorn energy, I often say the devil can also deal with people that are workaholics or work too much and don't take enough joy in life, because one of the worst habits that Capricorns can have is denying themselves happiness and joy. They're like, nope, I'm just here to work, just here to get stuff done, and they don't take time to just have fun. So this can be part of that, but this to me is releasing you from some really old negative habits. It's a beautiful thing. It truly is. I'm a Capricorn. I gotta love my devil card a little bit. Gotta give him a little credit. It shows us things we need to see. Rabbit card. Rabbit spirit in the center. The 7 of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race here. This is a card about cultivating a good you. It's like about growing the garden, weeding the garden that needs to be weeded, right? Anything that needs to be maintained or cultivated day by day, this is planting those seeds in the garden, watching them grow, but it does take a little time, it does take a little effort, but you will get there. You absolutely will. I also love this card because it looks just like my little Petey bunny. It does. Third card out is the Five of Swords, the Fly card. Yeah, shoe fly don't bother me, I tell you. This is one of the toughest cards in the tarot because it definitely deals with negative people, negative situations, the kind of people that will step on you or you know, kind of stab you in the back to get what they want. So I would say that part of what you may be clearing out of your life are those kind of people, those kind of situations, you know, people that kind of want to tend to draw you into negative cycles or habits. You know, you could really, like, I know this sounds very specific, but, you know, you could really see this as like, you know, people that you hang out around and maybe you know better, but, you know, every time you're with them, they get you to drink too much or do some drugs that you don't want to do. Or, you know, and it's like the next day you're like, why did I let them talk me into this? Why did I let them do that? So I feel like this is, for some folks, it's like really cutting themselves off from those kind of negative people and habits, and instead to start cultivating your own best interest, your own spiritual garden inside. It's interesting, you got the Seven of Pentacles here in the center. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Giraffe Spirit. This to me is, of course, looking further into the future. It takes the Seven of Pentacles one step further, right? It's got, okay, I'm planting the garden. The next step is to cultivate it. It's to work at things one day at a time, to make good choices for myself day in and day out. It's a very powerful reading for some of our Cancers. I really almost feel like, you know, you could be breaking some ties with people, or choosing to associate with different kinds of friends that are going to encourage good habits rather than negative ones. It might be really tough because Cancer is a very sentimental sign. They're very nostalgic. You know, if they've known somebody a long time, even if the person is doing really, you know, negative stuff, it's hard for them to just cut off from that because like, oh, but I have a history with them. It's like, well, sometimes people just don't grow. I've had to do that in my life. I've had people where I've known them a long amount of years, but they just refuse to grow in a positive way. And I was like, it just can't be around this anymore. And I just, you know, kind of had to walk away. So this may be something you're starting to do at the beginning of this year, Cancer. That's why instead of rationalizing and you know, making excuses for them, that might be what part of this card is, you know, talk less, feel more. You know, it's like instead of rationalizing, keeping them in your life, it's like feel out how they actually make you feel at the end of the day. That's going to tell you a lot more about whether an association is good for you or not. Wow. Let's get an affirmation on this for my Cancers. Powerful beginning for this new year. The sheep. Oh, the sheep spirit. And you know, the sheep is so gentle and kind. And it's interesting that this card comes up because in the Chinese lunar cycle, the sheep or the goat in that cycle is aligned with the Western sign of Cancer. So it's very, very strong. And the sheep is gentle. It's very family oriented, but it's famously misled by others. So be very careful of who you're following and who you're paying attention to, who you're giving your power to at times. You are being guided to have gratitude for all that is in your life. Yes, think about the good things. Begin today to walk your new path. Oh my goodness, here it is. Remove any unproductive relationships and connect with your authentic self. You are a kind, compassionate person who shines brightly. Oh, Cancer, that's a perfect read. That's a perfect summary. Yes. All right. Great stuff, guys, tonight. These have been coming out amazing. Yes. Out with the negative and old and in with the kitty cat. And in with the kitty cat indeed. We got Leo in the house now. let's do a little bit of the tuning forks, clear the energy for our next sign. Yeah, Raven, as somebody who's dealt with a lot of chest and throat issues off and on through my life, due to allergies, due to colds, due to just life, being a singer, talker. I use a warm steam vaporizer almost every night while I sleep. And I know it's frustrating because then you have to get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But I drink like a big old glass of water, you know, before I go to sleep. Hydration is so important. So important. Fish oil is important. Like things like that can really help to keep all this in good shape. But hydration is probably the biggest one. And don't talk. Like just don't talk as much as you can. Like when I'm sick, when I'm getting over something, I just don't talk. Like I tell people I'm sick, I'm not talking because it irritates this to a degree when you talk. Yeah. All right, Leo. Let's see what we've got for our lions and lionesses. Happy New Year, you guys. I hope you all are doing awesome. Leo, this is going to be your messages for the next 2 weeks from January 2nd to 16th. I'm going to be, in addition to your spirit animal messages, we will also be pulling one special card from the Moonology deck to get, you know, some energy about what you're manifesting as this new moon in Capricorn comes in today, because that's going to last us for about 2 weeks cycle. So dear spirit guides, spirit animals, friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Leos for this next 2 weeks ahead. Anything that they need to see for their highest and best. Let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping them out and guiding them the most. Ooh, I love this one. Gorgeous. One of my favorites, the Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real. This is such a card of manifestation. It really embraces that number 8. You know, to me, spiders, they have 8 legs. They're shaped like an 8, and 8 is a number of manifestation. So, Leo, I would say that you're really starting to work on building those dreams, connecting the dots, connecting the threads of life, putting 2 and 2 together and kind of going, yeah, okay, I know where this is leading. So it is. It's also a wonderful card if you're a creative person, like if you're artistic at all, whatever your creative talents are, like this is going to be putting a lot of things together because the spider is the weaver of the web of life. And I just, as a little mention, I'm going to put this one's on the bottom of the deck, is the Dragonfly Spirit. So you've got a couple of really powerful insect spirits, or arachnid spirits, as the case may be. But the dragonfly is also beautiful, and it also, look at the number on there, is the 22 for the new year. So truth transcends illusion. That's the message on that one. Let's get a Moonology card for you. Let's see what Leo is manifesting with this new moon in Capricorn that's coming in today. Nice. I love to see this. Okay, so some Taurus energy coming in for you with this new moon in Capricorn. And it is an earthy moon. A Capricorn moon is earthy, and Taurus is very earthy too. So the message on this is know your worth, Leo. A lot of the time, you know, what I will say about Leo is they can really fall into the trap of, you know, the ego and negative arrogance and that kind of thing, because they many times don't always believe in their own self-worth. They many times, you know, have those fears like, am I really good enough? And they cover it with that bluster, right? So this is really saying, Leo, know your true worth, know your true value. You're so much more than just the sum of your parts. You know, oh my gosh, I just watched this movie. It just made me think of it. It's that new one, the Disney Encanto. It is so good. It's such a powerful message that you are more than just your gifts or your talents. Leo many times, you know, taps so into that part of themselves because they are many times very gifted and talented that they think that that's the only way that they're worth something or valuable. And this is telling you you're so much more than just that. Just you, just your essence, just you being in the universe. That's all you really have to be. Don't worry. Don't worry. Wow. That's beautiful energy. So let's get into your tarot reading. Let's see what your animal tarot has for you, Leo. Let's start with 3 for you. This is nice. Like it. Yeah, I feel like this is really coming together well. So first card up is the Condor Spirit, guys. It is the King of Swords. Truth, brilliant mind, master strategist. This is Aquarius energy. So I really feel that when you see this, it's like you're able to start making plans for your life, for your future, without a lot of drama, without a lot of heavy emotion or dramatic emotion attached to it. It's like you're really able to come at things with a logical, clear perspective and detach from any of that emotional embroilment that might usually distract you. Coming into the second place is the Scorpion, the 9 of Wands. So, you know, this is resolve, it's courage, it's bravery, it's fighting for what you've created, it's fighting for who you are and what you believe in. You might be a little tired, Leo. You might be like really needing some rest. You might really need some downtime because you have been fighting hard for this. But it's important to note, you know, that this is, you know, showing your true strength. It's showing your true resilience and courage coming to the surface. And look at what we have in our third position is the Squirrel Spirit, Ace of Wands. This is a beautiful card that embodies all of our fire signs, which you are one of. And so to me, this is a beautiful, brand new, passionate beginning in life. Being re-energized, feeling your vitality returning, the start of something amazing and new. And to me, of course, all of our aces are the hand of spirit bringing in some kind of a gift into our life. And so to me, the gift of the Ace of Wands is certainly a re-energization. That's not a real word, but I just made it up. It reignites your fire. It's absolutely beautiful. So, you know, I feel like that brings a bright future coming up. And on the bottom of the deck, we had the Hummingbird Spirit, the 4 of Wands, happy homecomings, you know, something to celebrate, feeling very good within. And it can also be, of course, those sacred connections with twin flames or soulmates. So it's really a beautiful card to have in your read. Let's get into your affirmation, Leo. Yes, and like another bird coming in here, our blue jay spirit here, Leo. Assertive, daring, universal wisdom. You are being guided to be aware of synchronicities in your life. You're entering a time of intellectual and spiritual growth. New truths are forming each day. Be fearless, trust your gut, be your authentic self, take inspired action, and what you desire will come to fruition. Nice, very nice. Very strong. I feel like you're really making good decisions. Much more logically than like emotionally. I guess everyone's getting a little sleepy here. I'm feeling it too. I am definitely feeling it. Have a good night, Nancy. I think Jacqueline took off too. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get into our next sign. Yes, we are here for Virgo. So Virgo, I hope you guys are doing great. Happy New Happy 2022. These are going to be your spirit animal messages for the next 2 weeks ahead, starting tonight with the 2nd and wrapping up on the 16th. Tonight is also the night of the new moon in Capricorn, so I will be pulling, in addition to your spirit animal reading, I will be pulling a moonology card to show what you are manifesting into this next 2 weeks with this new moon. So, dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos. Anything that they need to see for their highest and best. And let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping them the most. This is a great power card for Virgo. Always. The ant spirit. Time to collaborate. And this, to me, it speaks so much to my Virgos because you are detail-oriented, you are organization-oriented, you see the fine details, you see all the little things that need to be put together, you know how to organize others into action, and so it is also a number 1, so it feels like a fresh new beginning, fresh new start. You might be collaborating with some really awesome people or a new organization entirely as this new year comes in. Let's see what we have in your moonology. Let's see what Virgo will be manifesting into this new moon. I feel like this is a great time of year for Virgo because of all the Capricorn. It's a fellow earth sign. It just, you work well with it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Virgo, this is a perfect reading for you already. We have the last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. So yes, the ant spirit and the last quarter moon in Virgo. So it's really about wrapping up some final details, going over all the fine print, making sure everything is organized and ready to go. Woo! That's definitely up your alley. That is your energy for sure. Let's get into your tarot. Let's see what messages are coming through for you there. Powerful, really fiery. Oh my goodness, feisty and fiery. Really big, like big new burst of energy. Squirrel spirit's coming out first with the Ace of Wands. So this is a big new revitalization. This is huge gifts from spirit that are going to really bring back your enthusiasm, your joy, your passion. It's gorgeous. Yeah, right in the center. More Wands energy, the Knight of Wands, the Fox spirit. Sagittarius rulership on this card. So it's definitely about movement. It's about movement forward. You could be very restless over this next 2 weeks, Virgo. You might really feel like this need to go, to travel, to move, to seek, to find. So keep that in mind, you know. There's a lot of like that passionate movement forward with both of these cards. It's like a whole new life coming into view. And it's going to be hard for you to just hold back and sit still. Last card out is the Bald Eagle Spirit, the Emperor energy. This is the Aries power card. So again, very strong forward movement. This card is ruled by the planet Mars. So it is about action. It is about taking initiative. It is about going forward. You might be stepping up into a new job. You might be stepping up into something where you're taking on more responsibility or a leadership position, but you're really going very fearlessly in the direction of your dreams. That's what this feels like. There's a lot of that leadership energy, like you're on top of things, or you might be leading a team. You've got a lot of that kind of energy here in this reading. On the bottom, even more wands. All of your cards were fiery for this next 2 weeks here, Virgo. So the Scorpion on the bottom, 9 of Wands. This is resolve, resiliency, courage, standing up for what you believe in, fighting for what you've created, going to bat for yourself, Virgo. I feel like you have a good team on your side. You're very adept at bringing people together. And, you know, this is like, it's empowering not just you, but also whatever groups, whatever people you're working with. It's very nice. Let's get into an affirmation for Virgo, please. And there's our wolf spirit. Very, very nice. Loyal, alert, and playful. You are being guided to lead by example. Be kind, compassionate, and have unconditional love towards yourself and others. Access your inner brilliance. Utilize your infinite power. Break free from any limiting paradigms and begin to walk your new path. We got a lot of, you know, to me, it's like the eagle spirit and the wolf spirit are both so powerful. They are very much about authority, you know, and clear vision. Working together, but also having a lot of power within yourself, right? It's like personally empowered, but also able to really powerfully motivate your groups. I like the way all the colors go together on these two here. Love that. So pretty. I really like that a lot of our signs tonight with these moon cards have either gotten their own sign in the cards, or they've gotten a sign that's very complementary or positively challenging to their sign. I like that. I like that we've really seen that. All right, Libra. How are my Libras? All my wonderful Libras out there. I wonder how Yuyi's doing. I don't see her in the chat tonight, but I hope she's doing good. Maybe we'll manifest her in here. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Happy New Year. Happy 2022, Libra. This is going to be your spirit animal messages for the next 2 weeks from January 2nd to 16th. I'm also going to be pulling a special moonology card for each of the signs because today is the day of the new moon in Capricorn. So we're going to see what's manifesting there for you too. All right, dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please show me what you have for our beautiful Libras. Anything that they need to see for their highest and best over this next couple weeks. Let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping you guys the most. Oh, I love it. Yes. Pig spirit. Very good luck with this card. I always feel that. So Libra, use your mind wisely. Pigs are very intelligent. They are. They're very intelligent, very clever. So this is really saying, you know, put that mind to good use. Don't let yourself over worry, overthink, overanalyze. Instead, stay in the moment. Stay in a mindset of good fortune, positive growth, and abundance, because that's certainly what comes through with this. I also will always say, because I also love the Chinese lunar cycles, that the year of the pig, or, you know, the sign of the pig in the Chinese lunar astrology is associated with the Western sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio may be an important sign or energy in your life over the next couple weeks as well, Libra. You may have a lot of transformations, a lot of powerful transitions coming up, or Scorpio people in your life. So let's see what we have got here tonight. Let's pull a moonology card for Libra, please. Let's see what they are manifesting over this next 2 weeks as we welcome our full moon, not full moon, the new moon. Building up to the full moon. I know what I mean. Yes, look at that. Cancer had this card as well. The last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less and feel more. I would say that's a perfect complement to that pig spirit card, because it is about using the mind wisely, not letting the mind overwork itself or take over too much. It's more about feeling things out. Does something feel right? Does it feel wrong? You know, turn the mind off and just feel things out, and you will get the right answer to whatever it is that you got a question to. Let's get some tarot, please, for Libra. Let's get 3 to start out. That card's been coming up a decent amount tonight. Decent amount. Love it. All right, so first card out is the Gorilla Spirit, the Seven of Wands, courage, achievement, and self-sabotage. The reason for self-sabotage on this is because it's really reminding you, you know, Libra, you may feel like you very much have the higher ground, you know, or some kind of real moral understanding of a situation. And so you don't want to back down. Like, this is really that courageous, like, I'm standing my ground. I'm not giving in to someone that's going to challenge me on this because I know I'm right. I know what's right for me. And I'm not going to back down, right? So this to me is very much saying, just be careful of the battles you choose to fight, because you don't have to fight them all. If you kind of look at it and go, you know, that's not a good use of my energy or my time, I'm not going to engage in that. Use that as a balance. Right in the center, we have the Seal Spirit, the 10 of Cups. Beautiful card. Lasting happiness, pure joy, blessings from Spirit. Many times denotes a happy relationship, happy home situation, really, really good connections with friends, family, and loved ones. So I absolutely love seeing that. That's really kind of that rainbow after the storm. And we do as well have the Alligator Spirit coming in, the Page of Cups. So I do feel that there's some kind of good connection, some kind of feeling of goodwill or good harmony between you or others in your life this next few weeks, Libra. And I think it really gives, I think it comes about as a result of, yeah, you having stood up for yourself and said, this is what I'll accept, this is what I won't accept. And it does create this potential for greater emotional communication, like where you're really able to reveal your heart to someone, where they're more vulnerable with you, right? Because this is like apologies. This is surprising emotional insights that can come up. It might be hearing from someone you haven't heard from for a while. Just to put that out there, Venus is in retrograde for you, Libra. You might be dealing with some people from the past. It's up to you whether or not you keep them around. But on the bottom of the deck, goat! We are in Capricorn goat season, so I love that this came out for you. Six of Pentacles. And this is a card that does have your energy. This is very much, this is like Libra and Taurus in this card. And I would also say that this is reciprocal energy. It's equal give and take. And I think that that's something that you're working on balancing in your relationships. Libra, you are one of the signs that just gives and gives and gives in your personal relationships. You give too much many times. You're very accommodating. You always want to make others happy. It's important that you get made happy too. And so this card comes in to remind you, it's like, it's not like you're keeping score. It's not like that. But you know when somebody is just draining you and leaving you with nothing. And those are the kind of people you don't want to keep putting your energy into. Stand up for yourself like that Seven of Wands. It's going to change the dynamic quite a bit. Let's get into an affirmation for you guys. Let's see what we have for Libra. I like this. We got a little magic going on. We got our little horned creatures coming out. We got the goat. Now we got the unicorn. That's your affirmation, Spirit. Very nice. Like a magical one coming out. Purity, wisdom, and action. You are being guided to have faith in yourself, the knowledge you possess, and the magic of the universe. You are where you're supposed to be. Feel your way through each segment of your life. Like I said, less talk, more feel. Yeah. You will clearly see your next move and take action. Big results are the ripple effect of inspired movement. Very nice. A little bit of emotional boundaries. A little bit of that on the message. A little bit of that on the side. I think it's always very important for signs like Libra, Pisces, sometimes even Capricorn and Cancer. You know, the emotional boundaries are really important. All right, Scorpio. Oh, I'm so sorry. Our little Scorpion, Jacqueline, isn't here to watch the Scorpio reading. hope you guys are doing great, Scorpio. I hope you are having a wonderful new year so far. Happy 2022. These are going to be your spirit animal messages and reading for the next 2 weeks from January 2nd to the 16th. So those are the timelines that we're looking at. This is also the new moon in Capricorn today, so I will be pulling one extra Moonology card to see what you'll be manifesting into your life through this new moon. So dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Scorpios. Whatever they need to see for their highest and best good, please show us what they need to know. Scorpio, this is interesting. It's very interesting. Your main spirit animal of the week is the peacock spirit. Let it shine. And Scorpio, usually you are a very kind of secretive sign of solitude and kind of keeping things, you know, more on the behind the scenes. But this is really encouraging you to put that heart out there, to put yourself out into the world and not be afraid to let it shine, put it on display. That is beautiful. I'll point out on the bottom we have the rabbit spirit because I love my bunnies, and it says also now is a lucky time. So it may be a very fortunate time to put yourself more, you know, boldly out there into the world as well. So let's go ahead and get into your Moonology card. Let's see what this new moon in Capricorn is birthing for you. There it is. The balance. Taurus new moon, know your worth. So Scorpio, beautiful. This is all about knowing your worth and balancing yourself. This could be the real kind of beautiful beginning of, you know, having more confidence in yourself, having more of a foundation and security, stability around who you are inside and out. Taurus also does rule your universal relationship house, Scorpio. So you may as well feel that coming into balance. You may feel like you're starting to really understand and know your worth in your relationship life. Very nice. Let's get into your tarot. Let's see 3 cards, please, for Scorpio. Oh, yes. Balance is definitely in here. Oh, yeah. All right. First card out, Scorpio, is the Bee Spirit, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter rulership. Jupiter has gone out of Aquarius, which is a square to your sign, into the sign of Pisces, and that is a fellow water sign. So instead of it being in a challenged position, it's now in a very free-flowing, positive position for you. So I like the position of Jupiter now, and I feel like this is going to help you start coming out of stagnancy. Anything that you've been hoping to get moving forward is going to start moving forward much easier, much better. This is better luck coming through, big karmic cycles being completed, and in the Wheel of Fortune, it also includes your sign, Scorpio. It includes all those fixed signs, which you are one of, so definitely keeping that in mind as well. That's very nice. Second card out is the Flamingo Spirit, the Two of Wands. So yes, balance, balance, balance. The Two of Wands is also Aries energy, so it does open fresh new doors. So I do feel like things are coming out of stagnancy this first 2 weeks of the year. Doors are starting to open. You're starting to look at these opportunities and new potentials that are on the horizon, making some decisions. You could be making some choices over this next 2 weeks about that. And it really does affect and impact the whole. Here's our little mouse spirit, the Three of Pentacles. This is collaboration. This is working together. So I do not get the feeling that you're going it alone. You could be working with a partner, a romantic partner, business partner, friend, family members, someone that you're working to go into something together with, whether it's a business, a new home, place where you're going to live, etc. It's all coming in. On the bottom, we do have the Elephant Spirit, the Justice card, Libra energy. So yes, very much, like I said, about balance, you know, truth, natural law, old wrongs being righted. Again, karmic cycles come in full circle for you, Scorpio. Very happy to see that. Be bold. Be bold this next couple weeks. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and say what you need and be your awesome little self. Let's get into an affirmation for Scorpio. I like this one. The Frog Spirit, about leaping. It's the leaps of faith, detox, clarification. You're being guided to jump over any obstacles and embrace the change in your life. Truth has an expiration date, and the time is now to speak your new truth. That could be part of the Let It Shine as well. Speak your truth. Show the world your voice. Acknowledge your desires and leap with faith toward what matters to you. Yeah, beautiful read. These have all been so nice tonight. They've really been good. All right, guys, we're down to our last read of the evening. Hope you all have had a wonderful time. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And it is Sagittarius. All right, my Sagittarians, Happy New Year. Happy new Jupiter. Jupiter moved up to Pisces. So yeah, very exciting that that's moving forward. This is going to be your spirit animal readings for the next 2 weeks, so January 2nd through 16th. Today is also the day of the new moon in Capricorn, so I will be reading one lunar card from the Moonology deck to give you an idea of what you'll be manifesting through this new moon. All right, dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our fabulous Sagittarians. Whatever they need to see and hear the most. Let's get one spirit animal that you'll be sending them to help them out the most this next few weeks. Chameleon Spirit. Oh, I like this. Act as if. To me, this is such an empowering card because it really tells you to be flexible, go with the flow. That's not as hard for you, Sagittarius, because you are a mutable sign. You have that quality of being able to blend, to move. Jupiter, your ruling planet, just moved into Pisces, which is also a mutable sign. So it really is about that flexibility. This also brings through a very beautiful message of, you know, if you believe that you've already got something that you want, you're going to attract it to you much, much quicker, right? Act as if you already have it. Act as if you've already achieved it. It's going to get so much easier to bring it into your life. That's a great, great little card there. All right. Ooh, I like this on the bottom too. The Porcupine Spirit was on the bottom. Time for beginner mind. So this is like a whole new, fresh approach coming in with this new year for you. Let's get the Moonology card next. It's a new moon today, so let's see what this Capricorn new moon is doing for our Sagittarius. What will you be manifesting here? What will you be birthing into your life? I like it. All right, Sagittarius, the new moon in Cancer card, relax. That's a very simple directive, but I know it's easier said than done. But this is really reminding you, again, you know, be flexible. You know, blend on in. Don't worry things. Don't push them too hard. Act as if you're already there. Act as if you're already in the flow. And it's going to come a lot easier to you. Just relax. Let the mind go. Take those deep breaths, Sagittarius. New beginnings. New moon energy coming in. Let's get some tarot for you on this. I'm going to use my animal tarot. Let's get 3 cards, please, for Sagittarius. Wow, all major arcanas for you guys. Very powerful beginning of the year. First card out for Sagittarius is our Snow Leopard Spirit, the Hermit card. This is ascension, illumination. This to me is really being on that path of, you know, discovering the ultimate truth for yourself. Whatever is really true, whatever really rings positive with you. Yeah. This can also be a lot of healing. The Hermit card is Virgo energy. It's interesting because the Hermit card always reminds me of Sagittarius. It does, because there's a lot in common with your sign that's in this card. It can be that solitary journey. It can be that kind of, you know, that sort of path of discovery and self-awareness that many times Sagittarius embodies. So that's a very important part of your beginning of the year. Next in is the Cow Spirit, the Empress card. So Sagittarius, I feel like you're going from, you know, this very healing, you know, deep within kind of journey, and you're manifesting something very beautiful, because our Empress card, that's Taurus, it's Libra, it's Venus energy. And so I feel like this is a card that brings up abundance, productivity, creating something beautiful and new. I would also say, because Venus is in retrograde right now, you may be really reworking and rethinking some of your personal relationships and the way that those work out or work together. It's very important. And next, we also have the Devil card, another major arcana. This is the Capricorn major arcana. And to me, this is all about releasing anything that hasn't been positive for you, whether it's habits, routines, associations, certain jobs. This can definitely be that time of letting go and release. And, you know, this feeds into that feeling of coming out of stagnation, coming out of standing still or feeling stuck. It's also such a reminder to bring more joy into your life, because, you know, many times that Devil card can, and it's like Capricorn energy, and they can be really tough on themselves. They can really deny themselves a lot of joy. So Sagittarius, it's really reminding you, don't be too hard on yourself. Remember to positively affirm yourself. Very important. On the bottom of the deck is the Otter Spirit, the Six of Cups. There we have reunion, reminiscing, inner child, nostalgic energy. So again, like I said, with Venus in retrograde, Mercury will also be going retrograde later this month. There is a lot of rethinking, a lot of reworking in our personal relationships. We could be even revisiting somebody from our past or vice versa. So keep all that in mind as well. You know, it's different for everyone. These are general reads, so take it as it applies to you. Let's get an affirmation, please, for Sagittarius. I love when the magic creatures come out. We have the Griffin Spirit for you on your affirmation. Balance, clarity, and spiritual enlightenment. That's some good keywords that remind me again of the Hermit card. You're being guided to find the harmonic balance of your mind, body, and soul. The abundance you seek already exists within you. You are strong, independent, and fearless. Take flight and achieve what you desire. Very beautiful message. All right, guys, we are all done for the evening. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for those of you who were here this night. And I will be getting timestamps posted up on these so that people can easily and quickly go right to their sign. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to my moderators. Always appreciate you guys helping me out in the chat. And I will be seeing you all again very soon. I'm not sure when on my next live stream will be, but I'll try to jump in here sometime this week, just to take personal questions and stuff like that, because I know I've got some people that are waiting for that. But have a great night. Happy New Year. Happy New Moon in Capricorn. Yeah, thanks, Gwen. I'll be seeing you all again soon. Take care.